Imagine a world where every flickering light, every distant murmur, every unexpected touch feels like a lightning bolt straight to your core, electrifying, unrelenting, and utterly overwhelming. What if I told you this isn't just chaos, but a nervous system crying out for a revolutionary reset that could change everything? Welcome to the shadows of the mind, where we delve into the unseen battles of the autistic nervous system. Today, we're exploring the autistic nervous system in overload, a new approach. If you've ever felt trapped in a storm of sensations, this is your guide through the darkness. Let's uncover the hidden mechanics and the gentle paths to reclaim control. The human nervous system is like an ancient sentinel, always on guard. But for autistic individuals, it's hyper-vigilant, a finely tuned instrument that picks up every vibration in the environment. This isn't a flaw, it's a different wiring. The autonomic nervous system, or ANS, governs our automatic responses. The sympathetic branch revs us up for fight or flight, flooding the body with adrenaline when threats loom. The parasympathetic counters it, ushering in rest and digest mode for recovery. In autism, this balance often tilts wildly. Sensory inputs that neurotypical people brush off. A buzzing fluorescent bulb, the scratch of clothing tags, the cacophony of a crowded room trigger an overload, pushing the system into red alert. Picture this. You're at a family gathering. Laughter echoes off walls, scents of food clash in the air, and someone brushes your arm unexpectedly. For most, it's background noise. But if you're autistic, your nervous system interprets it as an invasion. Heart rate spikes, breaths shorten, muscles tense. This is sensory overload in action, not a tantrum or weakness, but a biological cascade. Studies show autistic brains process sensory information differently, with heightened activity in areas like the amygdala, amplifying threats. It's like living with an alarm that never fully silences. But here's where the narrative deepens. Over time, chronic overload leads to burnout, meltdowns, or shutdowns, states where the body freezes or explodes to protect itself. Enter the concept of the window of tolerance, a term from trauma therapy adapted for neurodivergence. This window is your safe zone. Too much stimulation shrinks it, flinging you into hyperarousal, which manifests as anxiety or rage, or hypoarousal, which shows up as dissociation or numbness. For autistic people, this window is often narrower due to lower vagal tone, the strength of the vagus nerve, which acts as a brake on stress. The central idea here is that overload isn't inevitable. It's a signal for regulation through vagus nerve activation, expanding that window gently without force. A real example? Take Sarah, a 28-year-old autistic software engineer from Seattle. In her bustling open office environment, the constant hum of keyboards and chatter would push her into overload by midday, causing headaches, irritability, a fog that made coding impossible. Traditional advice like just ignore it failed. Then she discovered vagal toning practices. By incorporating simple humming during breaks, vibrating the throat to stimulate the vagus nerve, she reset her system. Within weeks, her window expanded, and overload episodes dropped by half. No meds, no therapy sessions, just a targeted nervous system hack rooted in polyvagal theory, which views the ANS as a social engagement system disrupted in autism. This isn't pseudoscience. Polyvagal theory, developed by Dr. Stephen Porges, explains how the vagus nerve connects our gut, heart, and brain, influencing everything from emotional regulation to social connection. In autism, atypical vagal responses mean everyday interactions feel unsafe, triggering defense modes. But new approaches flip the script. Instead of masking symptoms, we befriend the nervous system. Let's build on this narrative. Imagine the body as a fortress under siege. Overload is the battering ram, relentless sensory assaults breaching walls. But what if we reinforce those walls from within? That's the essence of nervous system resets, quick, accessible tools to shift from sympathetic dominance to parasympathetic peace. Another insight layers in. Sensory overresponsivity, or SOR, affects up to 70% of autistic individuals, per research from the National Institutes of Health. It's not just annoyance, it's a nervous system in revolt, leading to emotional dysregulation. Behaviors like rocking or covering ears, they're instinctive resets, stimming to discharge energy. Real example. Meet Alex, a 15-year-old autistic teen in London. School assemblies were his nightmare. Echoing voices, bright lights, the press of bodies sending his system into functional freeze, a state where he dissociated, staring blankly while his mind screamed. His parents tried noise-canceling headphones, but it wasn't enough. Enter a new approach, progressive muscle relaxation combined with aromatherapy. By tensing and releasing muscle groups while inhaling lavender, which lowers cortisol, Alex learned to ground himself mid-overload. In one instance, during a fire drill, he used this technique to stay present, avoiding a full shutdown. It's a somatic bridge, reconnecting body and mind. Now, let's weave in more tools from emerging neurodivergent strategies. Chewing on ice. It seems simple, but the cold sensation grounds overloaded senses, activating the vagus via the trigeminal nerve. For autistic adults in high-stress jobs, like a barista facing rush hour, popping an ice cube during a break can halt escalating anxiety, a tactile anchor in chaos. Or consider dancing to music. Dopamine surges from rhythm help recalibrate the brain's reward system, often dysregulated in autism. Picture Mia, a 35-year-old artist with autism in New York. Creative blocks from overload left her paralyzed. By blasting her favorite tracks and moving freely, no choreography, just instinctive flow, she expelled pent-up energy. This isn't just fun, it's neuroscience. Movement bilateralizes brain activity, reducing asymmetry linked to autistic stress, humming, chanting, or singing. These vocalizations massage the vagus nerve directly. In group settings, autistic individuals report using quiet chants to navigate social overload, like at a conference where small talk overwhelms. Pet therapy offers co-regulation. Stroking fur lowers heart rate variability, syncing your rhythm with the animal's calm. For isolated autistic people, this builds social safety without human pressure. Weighted blankets simulate deep pressure touch, mimicking a hug to activate parasympathetic responses. Research from occupational therapy shows they reduce anxiety in autistic children by 60% during overload. Walking outdoors? It expends sympathetic energy while fresh air boosts oxygenation. Tapping on acupressure points? It disrupts stress patterns, like EFT, emotional freedom techniques, adapted for neurodivergence. Fans for facial cooling, stimming to release, deep breaths to reset, these are the arsenal. Even vagal nerve stimulators, non-invasive devices, are gaining traction in clinical trials for autism, normalizing ANS function without invasiveness. If you've ever felt that invisible weight pressing down, that electric hum in your veins from a world too loud, too bright, know you're not alone. This overload is your nervous system's whisper for understanding, a call to embrace its uniqueness, not fight it. Reflect on this. What if honoring your wiring isn't weakness, but the ultimate strength? In the quiet after the storm, that's where true resilience blooms. As we emerge from these depths, remember, the autistic nervous system isn't broken, it's brilliantly sensitive. This new approach, gentle regulation through vagal activation and resets, offers a path out of overload, one breath, one hum, one step at a time. If this resonates with you, you might relate to this next video. Unlocking neurodivergent, calm, daily rituals for sensory peace. Dive deeper into the shadows, subscribe, and hit the bell to never miss a revelation.